What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing our full playthrough of Treasure Map Shanks. You can see right now I'm on nav level 20. I actually have quite a lot of points right now, 7.5 million. I've already recorded all my ticket pulls, and you guys will see that video after the treasure map once we get our reward tickets and stuff like that. So you guys will be seeing that very, very soon. But in this video, as I said, we're going to be doing a playthrough video on Shanks, and I'll show you guys the teams that I've been using in order to beat Treasure Map Shanks. And also, before we get into that, I want to go and have a look at the exchange shop, because there's been an addition to the shop, and you can see right here is that when you get 3,000 tickets, which you can actually get quite a lot of tickets just from the point rewards, you actually can go ahead and get your hands on this Sabo character that was actually given to us for free from the World Clash event. So if you guys did miss the World Clash and you did miss out on getting this Sabo, I would highly suggest picking him up. He has a very good special ability on a 10-turn cooldown of removing bind on one character completely. Very, very useful ability, so I would suggest picking it up, as well as changing block orbs into matching. So if there's ever a situation where you need that, this character is going to be great for that. He's a free spirit cerebral character as well, so he fits onto some of the best teams in the game. So he's a very, very good character, so I would suggest spending 3,000 tickets to pick him up. However, if you guys haven't picked up any of the treasure map characters yet, make sure you go ahead and do that. There should be a card at the top of the video that links to a video where I discuss each of these characters in greater detail, discussing which ones are the best ones to pick up. So just in case if there's any confusion, make sure you go check out that video for more information. But as I said, in this video, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to be doing another run of Treasure Map Shanks. Now, I've got to say, like, people are actually farming the hell out of this particular treasure map, a lot more than last treasure map, because I feel like a lot of people didn't really pull last treasure map, because obviously they were trying to save up for the anniversary, so not too many people were actually grinding. But it's the complete opposite for this treasure map. A lot of people are going in. Okay, so first thing off the bat, I gotta explain this. We have the treasure birds right here. Make sure, if you guys want to get as many points as possible, to pick up this bird every time you start your run. Now, luckily for Global, we actually have an update where you're guaranteed to get the bird if you do go that pathway. On JP, they don't have that update yet, so it's actually really, really good. But if you guys play Treasure Map Big Mom, it is essentially a crock and bush. It's the exact same thing as a crock and bush. When you land on it, you get 1.5 times points for the rest of the run. So if you guys are lacking some good point boosters, you obviously need to go ahead and pick this up. But, you know, if you have even more point boosters, it just further enhances how many points you're going to be getting from each of the bosses. Now, we're going to be landing on one of these birds, and we actually did get a 5, so luckily we will be able to still land on one of these birds. And as I said, gives you 1.5 times points, and when you land on it, it will also go ahead and summon the Shanks boss, which is the ambush or the intrusion event. So you can see the bird says treasure, and we have an enemy intrude. So Shanks will start appearing, and in 3 turns, we have to battle him. And it's really cool, because Shanks, in my opinion, is pretty easy, but I guess if you have Big Mom, like, it makes it really, really easy. For me personally, I'm not going to battle any of the bosses. I'm going to battle them all at the end, so you guys will just see the run through the treasure map for 30,000 berries, which is kind of unfortunate. One thing also that they did change with this map as well is the blue tickets that you use in the treasure map shop. You can actually drop them from chests in the middle of the treasure map, and you can also get them from actual final bosses as well. When you battle a boss and he drops a chest at the end, you can get tickets out of that. Unfortunately for us, we just did get Attack Down Striker, which is not that useful for us at all, considering one of my teams is like fully striker pretty much, so that's kind of unfortunate. So after 3 turns of summoning Shanks, he's now going to challenge us, and the team that we are using against the intrusion versus Shanks is obviously going to be a Big Mom team, but it is going to be a slight change to like a mono Big Mom team. We're going to run a friend 5+ Higuma, just to give us a little bit more points. Obviously, in terms of damage output, it's not very optimal, but in terms of points, you can see 18 times points. Very, very good. I've also got Ace on the team, I've got my own Higuma on the team, and I've also got the Quick Whitebeard and also Legend Shiki are also on the team, just to add more points. They're not really useful. The main component here that's really useful is getting Big Mom. Now, if you don't own Big Mom, you can still go ahead and use a friend Big Mom, and it's going to basically do it just as easy. Now, on stage 1, I believe they lower the cooldowns of Free Spirit and Slasher characters, but because my characters are all maxed out, we don't really have to worry about that. Okay, so for this first turn, the way that I want to get this Big Mom team to work is I want to kill everyone on this stage on turn 1, and then I want to go ahead and stall 1 turn on stage 2, because the way that you want to be building your Big Mom teams against this Shanks boss is to go ahead and have her enrage, but also activate her special ability before getting into the final room. So you guys will be seeing how we do that. So right here we have to wait one more turn of stall. You can see that there is a preemptive attack that gives us a chain lock. I believe it's a 1.5 times chain lock. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, we get chain locked, which is kind of bad, but it's not too bad because now that we have 2 characters remaining, we can go ahead and use our Big Mom special ability, which will KO one of them. We get the orb boost, we get the type boost to our top row, which is fine. It doesn't matter that Higuma doesn't have a matching orb. That is not the important thing here. The important thing here is that Big Mom is now enraged, which means that when we go ahead and enter the final room, where we get a full paralysis on our team, we can actually go ahead and let Big Mom just go ahead and baby shake Shanks. You guys will see how much damage she can do. And if you're running a double Big Mom, the damage you get is freaking insane. So that was nearly 6 million damage there from Big Mom. But when you run double Big Mom, it can go to like 11 or 12 million. It's pretty insane. And you can see he does revive. He does get his resilience. We can go ahead and use our Higuma to get rid of that. I'm just going to use my Shiki here just to deal 2 million damage and just kill Shanks. So very straightforward with Big Mom. Obviously, you don't need to use Shiki on that second turn there. You could just go ahead and let Big Mom just attack again. But it's pretty cool because Big Mom actually goes through resilience. So it's actually extremely useful. So there we go. The Shanks boss was pretty straightforward with Big Mom. As I said, if you don't have Big Mom, it's fine. As long as you have a friend Big Mom, you're going to be finding that stage very easy. And you actually get a lot of mastery points from this as well. And my Shiki, I don't really want to waste potions on him because I've got him on 2 separate teams. So it's actually good to actually use him here to get his proficiency up. And you get a lot of points there. There we go. 300,000 points from one boss. Now, the pathway that I'm going to go, I would always recommend to go down the pathway that the ambush character did unlock. So this current path was actually locked off because there was a boulder in the way, but Shanks actually blew it away. So it's always worth going down this pathway because you can see there's 2 rainbow chests, stam refill, point spots, like everything's good. Unfortunately for us, we did get quite wrecked here, and it's going to completely dodge over all of that. So that is unfortunate. Now, I do still have Striker down, so if we can reach that shooter HP down right before the final boss, that would be greatly appreciated. And we unfortunately just skip over. Okay, that is a little unfortunate to walk into the final boss with Striker attack down. That's actually really annoying. Okay, so the first boss is going to be against Lucky Roux. So the team that I'm using against Lucky Roux is a treasure map NL team. Now, I am using the Blackbeard ship, and that is actually kind of important because if I didn't have the Blackbeard ship to lower my cooldowns by 1, my treasure map Jack would not be ready by the final stage. So that's the reason why I'm running this particular team. But overall, like, this team is pretty straightforward. I actually want to get the cooldowns. So that guy did not have his NL max, which is unfortunate. Okay, so there we go. We got the cooldown now. I've got Treasure Map Shanks on this team as well, and he doesn't really do anything. He is kind of useful though, but he's just there to get more points essentially because Treasure Map Shanks on his own map is a 1.35 booster. So when you do eventually get a copy of Shanks, evolve him and then chuck him on a team to get even more points. It's always worth it. So anyways, I'm gonna go to skip ahead because it's basically all just stalling from here on out, and I'll see you guys at the final boss stage. Alright, so we've just taken that stage 6, and now we're going to be moving on to the final stage. You can see my treasure map Jack is literally just ready. So it's very close with this team because NL just literally wipes the floor with every single stage with his end of turn damage. Okay, so we're going to be going ahead and using our treasure map Jack. Remember, the more enemies on the enemy side of the field, the more single target damage he does. So make sure to use Jack first, and then we can go ahead and use NL to just completely wipe the floor with it. Now, this team should be working for a decently long time. If it gets to a point where he no longer KOs with the specials, I'll have to chuck in a unit like Treasure Mode Big Mom. She's going to be awesome because she adds a lot of damage output. So I'll see if I can squeeze her on the team to just give me a little bit more damage to help take down that specific dungeon. So after we take down Lucky Roux, we're going to be taking on Yasopp next. Now, unfortunately, as I said, we do have Striker attack down, which is kind of unfortunate because the team that we are using for it is Quick Whitebeard, who is a Striker character, and we actually have a lot of Strikers on the team. So that is kind of annoying. So it is what it is, but it's still not really a big issue because this team, I did calculate it, like this team will work like forever. Like this team will never not beat it, which is pretty crazy because like this team just outputs so much damage output. Like I believe it can do up to like nearly 40 million damage to Yasopp. So like this team is going to be doing it for an extremely long time. Now, the thing that I really love about this Whitebeard is because like right now he's kind of weak. He's only a 2.5 times boost. But the fact that a lot of the enemies on here are red, and also the fact that he is boosted on the treasure map, he actually gets so much damage output, which is actually really cool. Also, useful characters for this particular stage, this treasure map Garnfor. If you do not have him, You might want to use him on the Beckman stage to help you get rid of some of the attack down. But honestly, like, this treasure map Garnfor is extremely useful here, and Log Ace is also very, very useful for this stage as well, as you guys will be seeing in the final boss stage. So we'll skip further ahead, and I'll see you guys at the boss stage. Okay, so we finally reached the final boss stage, and here we have Yasopp. Now, Yasopp has a preemptive attack of emptying out orbs. He gives us 3-turn paralysis and 3-turn attack down. So the characters that help you really, really nicely here is obviously Garnfor, because he gets rid of the attack down. It's weird, because this treasure map only has 2 boosted attack down units. Garnfor and the new rare recruit Ace that came out in the treasure map Sugo Fest. Really unfortunate that they did that. And then we can use Ace, who not only will lower our HP to 1, but also give us our matching orbs, changes empty into matching, and also gets rid of the paralysis. Like, Ace is just so freaking good. We can use our Fuji here for the orb boost, and we could use the Whitebeard, but it's not really needed at this current point in time. Now, if I didn't have the attack down, that would have been like 3.4 million damage just with 1 attack. So yeah, this team will work for a very, 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 very long time. So I'm not really too worried about the Yasopp stage at all. A lot of people are going to ask, which boss should I take down if I don't know which one to take down, or which one is the one that is going to be the most difficult? And I've got to say, I think Mihawk might be the most annoying to take down, but if you don't have good attack down removers, then Yasopp might be one that you want to target in the mid-map. But anyways, next boss is going to be Ace. Ace can be quite annoying as well. He has a really annoying preemptive attack. But the team I'm using for is a Shiki team, a Legend Shiki team. And this team's actually been working pretty solidly. I do have to stall 1 turn in order to get my Raid Zora special ability to get active on the final boss stage. Raid Zora is very, very important here to help you get rid of the percent damage reduction that the Ace has. But anyways, once again, we'll go ahead and skip all the way further to the boss stage. Okay, so we finally made it to the boss stage against Ace. As I said, he does have a preemptive attack that gives himself percent damage reduction, which is the Rainbow Shield. And Raid Zora is a perfect unit because he helps get rid of all 3 turns of it. So obviously, going to be using our Raid Zora first. But you can see he also has another debuff that gets put on your crew. He's going to make Strength, Dex, Quick, and Tandem orbs count as negative. So the only orbs that you can actually utilize here that are going to be useful are going to be like G orbs. You could use Recovery orbs or Psi and Int orbs. So if you have Whitebeard and Marco, he's actually going to be really good here because he gives you a full water matching orbs essentially. But we're going to go ahead and use our Shiki special, which obviously after we get rid of the percent damage reduction is going to do a lot of damage to Ace, as well as give us that full board of orbs. And then we also have characters like the treasure map Whitebeard, and we also have the treasure map Luffy to give us a type and orb boost. So this team should work for a very, very long time as well. That extra damage that Legend Shiki gives with his special is just phenomenal. So anyways, we actually did get a rainbow chest. So we get a potion. I really need more potions. And we do get a potion. Okay, that's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so the last boss that we're going to be talking about before we get to the final boss, which is Beckman, is Mihawk. Now, as I said before, this is probably one of the ones that a lot of people should be taking on in the mid-map. And the reason for that is because there are a lot of mob characters in this particular dungeon that have barriers. Now, if you don't have barrier penetration or you don't have Big Mom, this is going to be quite annoying. So I would probably suggest to take him down in the mid-map if you don't have Big Mom. If you have Big Mom, this stage is really, really easy. Very, very easy, including the batch as well. If you have characters like Sparrow and Smoothie and Big Mom, this stage is a wrap. It is so easy. So anyways, once again, we're going to skip further ahead, and I'll see you guys at the boss stage. Alright, so now we're back at the boss stage, and we have Mihawk here. Mihawk, he'll go ahead and despair you for 4 turns. He'll go ahead and cut your health in half, and he rewinds all your specials by 1 turn. So having Sparrow is really good here. He helps you get color affinity boost. He also rewinds all your specials forward, and then that allows us to go ahead and use our other special abilities. So we can go ahead and use our Smoothie here. Smoothie's pretty useful. She gets rid of the despair and helps you get some more matching orbs, of course. Her special ability takes a long time to actually get activated, actually, because her animation, it's kind of like, if you guys remember Legend Sanji, his animation for his special ability, like, takes forever. It's kind of the same thing with Smoothie. And then we can go ahead and use our Big Mom special for the type and orb boost for the top row. And you can see just with her special ability how much damage that did. Absolutely crazy amounts of damage. And 9.6 million damage with one tap. This team's going to work forever, pretty much. And you can see he does revive and he does get resilient. So you could use an enraged Big Mom to get through this. It kind of is annoying because when you get despaired, you actually lose your rampage effect with Big Mom, which is very, very annoying. It would be nice to just use that in order to beat Mihawk. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So if you do have another Higuma is actually really good for this stage as well. But we're going to go use another Big Mom here, and that will enable us to kill the Mihawk there. So either way, pretty easy with Big Mom. As I said, if you have Big Mom, this stage is pretty easy. It actually is kind of easy as well with a friend Big Mom. You can definitely get through with just a friend captain Big Mom. But if not, if you don't want to really do that, you can still take down Mihawk in the mid-map. Going to make it a lot easier. Okay, so the final boss, we're finally here now, is going to be Beckman. Okay, so the team we're using for this is a Whitebeard and Marco team. Now, I spent a long time trying to figure out what team I wanted to put together against Beckman, and I eventually came to a Whitebeard and Marco team, utilizing the 2-point boosters in Higuma and Ace, literally just for more points. Actually, Ace is actually very useful for this particular stage because of the attack down on stage 6. Wanda is very useful as well, helping get rid of paralysis, and obviously Legend Garp. Legend Garp is the unit that debuted on this treasure map on JP, and he was the captains that you would actually use to take down this treasure map. He's really useful because he gets rid of special bind, which would be on stage 6, and also you get a combo lock or a combo limiter on stage 7, so Legend Garp giving you a chain lock is obviously going to be very, very useful. So, as I said, using Whitebeard and Marco because of the switch effect is so good for this specific stage. So anyways, we're going to keep moving along. I do have to stall 2 turns along the way here, and I'll see you guys on stage 6. Alright, so now we are on stage 6 where we have the mini-boss Beckman. So his preemptive attack is going to special bind you for 3 turns, and he's going to attack down you for 4 turns. So a 4-turn attack down is quite annoying. So normally what would happen here is if you had double Garp as a captain, you'd use 1 Garp special ability, and then you'd go ahead and use your Ace special ability. But because I'm not doing that, I'm going to go ahead and use my switch effect to help me get rid of some of the special bind, as well as going ahead and using one of those recovery orbs to heal up a bit. And obviously because of the double Whitebeard damage reduction, we take way less damage here, of course. Our special bind is now removed. Now we can go ahead and use our Ace special to get rid of all the turns of attack down. He also rewinds our captain specials forward, so it means we don't have to stall as much, which is really, really good. Then, what is very, very important for this team, the way that I've structured it, is we have to kill stage 6 with Marco up. We use another special here to get our full border matching orbs. And the dual captain is also very, very good. And then we can go ahead and kill off this Beckman on this stage. And then we're going to move on to stage 7, of course. Now, I did actually realize that we do have the striker attack down, which actually kind of hinders Whitebeard and Marco a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't happen too often. Stage 7 Beckman can be quite annoying. He does give you 3 turns of paralysis, as well as I said before, the combo lock or the chain multiply limit. Now, Legend Garp is going to be good here because of the chain lock, of course. We're going to go ahead and use our switch effect to get rid of 1 turn of paralysis, and then use our Wanda special to get rid of the other 2 turns. Then we're going to use the Garp special, and that's it. And then we just attack and we win. So this team is pretty cool. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that this team actually came about. It's not the highest point multiplier boost that you can get, but it is pretty significant. Obviously, that team didn't do as much damage because of the striker attack down that we got. Either way, this team should work for an extremely long time. And what will happen is when I eventually can't beat it, I'm going to switch out my Higuma for Zoro Sanji dual unit, because that will enable me to get a 2.25 times orb boost. And again, this team's going to work for a pretty long time, especially with that orb boost on the team. So that is pretty much it. That is my full playthrough of Treasure Map Shanks, and those are all the teams I've been using. I haven't actually changed any of the teams since I've been playing it. So this team's actually been, the teams have been very, very good, and I've been really, really happy with how they've been turning out. Obviously, could change it here or there, maybe with different friend captains to get a little bit more boost, but it's kind of annoying when you're relying on other friend captains, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get more points, of course. So, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.